Welcome to the SubHub podcast. I'm MK Sullivan.
And I'm Dani Moreno. And today, folks, we have a huge and very important podcast for you as we will be announcing officially Team USA for short trail and also for the U20 team.
Yes, we are so excited and honored to be able to give this to you guys. We're going to start our day with the U20 team, run through those guys, and then we're going to do a little bit of a course preview, run, of the short trail team. Talk about 2 years ago, I almost said last year, which we ran into a lot in our most recent episode on the long trail team. And we will tell you who made the team outside of those people who were auto qualified at Broken Arrow.
Yes, no, very, very exciting. And yeah, just like MK said, we will jump into it. So with the U20 team, it's really awesome that USATF has offered to support young athletes, especially getting into the trail space. But the selection committee ended up selecting 4 girls and 4 boys. So we'll start with the girls. First up, we have Sophia Rodriguez of Mercer Island, Washington, from Mercer Island High School. And she was 8th place at the 2024 NXN Cross Nationals, which is mega huge. Did you ever run those?
I never made it to nationals. I only ever ran regionals. So,
Yeah, same.
yeah.
So super badass, Sophia. That's incredible. She also was 18th place at the 2023 Foot Locker Championships, another incredible national stage finish. Second at the WIAA State Cross Country Championship in 22 and 23, and was also the 2022 and 2023 USATF Junior Olympic Cross Country Champion. I feel like I'm reading that wrong.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
She sounds
Um,
like a badass though, either way.
yeah. And then she has a 444 1600 personal best. Okay, yes, Sophia, you got some major wheels. I like never broke 5 in the 1600. That is so fast. She could beat me right now, easily. I don't know about you, but she could definitely beat me.
Yes, definitely me right now.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's also represented us before on a mountain team, which is really cool.
Yes, no, super, super cool. And yeah, 2024, part of the silver medal team, which is awesome. So yeah, huge congrats and welcome to the team, Sophia Rodriguez.
Yes, next on the list we have Sierra Wall from Boulder, Colorado, currently at Colorado School of Mines. She was 13th place at the U18 International Mountain Running Cup last year, as well as part of the U.S. silver medal team with Sofia Rodriguez. She was sixth at the National High School Trail Championships in Salida, Colorado, fourth at the National Running Lane Cross Country Championships in 2024, and has a 17:17 cross country 5K best at altitude.
Wow. Holy cow, these kids have some mega wheels. I just looked up Sophia and her 3000 PR is nearly the same as mine. It's 922. So mega fast. Next up, we have Ruby Immels from Bismarck, North Dakota, from Century High School. So we are seeing a little theme here, a lot of mountainous places. She has a 446 1600-meter personal best. Do just all high school girls run that fast now? That's so fast.
Probably. I'm gonna blame it on the carbon shoes.
And then we have 1634 5K cross country personal best. And I love this. She's an avid trail runner who fell in love with trails running with her parents.
And then we have Abby Stone from Orem, Utah, who's currently at the Utah Valley University. She was 19th at the 2024 Broken Arrow 23K, so last year's version of the 23K. She was second in the U20 age division at the Broken Arrow Ascent behind Oakley Olson, who is a trail team member. She has a 458 1600 best and an 18-minute cross country best, also at altitude. These kids.
Wow. I mean, they all could have probably made the classic team, to be honest, with wheels like that. Well, huge congrats to all of these girls. I think this is an incredible team we're sending. I would dare to say another nation has that many U20 girls running sub 5 in the
Yeah.
1600 meters.
I guess that's the nice thing about, like the university system here is we got a lot of talent. We're also a big country.
But they're not even in
Two of
college
them
yet.
are.
Oh,
Two of them are,
yes.
and then two of them are in high school. But still, like
Yeah.
those gals that are in high school are likely going to good cross country programs as well. So,
Yeah, super, super exciting. Congrats, ladies. And then on the boys' side, oh, this is kind of fun. My name would have been Asher if I was a boy. So Asher
ooh.
Oates, I feel connected to you already. Asher, um, from Franklin, Tennessee, and also goes to Independence High School, has a 1450 5K cross country personal best, and the AAA Tennessee State cross country champion. We have a lot of cross country champions. Fifth at Foot Locker South Regionals and 20th at Foot Locker Nationals. Another young person bringing the heat. Wow, that's awesome.
I love to see somebody from the South on this team. Like this, I mean, Tennessee is in the mountains, but it's like a completely different
It's so
mountain
different.
from, what we had up here of Washington, Colorado, North Dakota, and Utah. So that's
Yeah, I love
awesome.
that.
Up next, we have Kadel Ruthven from Fort Collins, Colorado. Goes to Fort Collins High School. Has a 1600 personal best of 408, 1511 in cross country at altitude. He was 10th at the Colorado Cross Country State Championships and 4th at the Colorado State Track Meet in the 1600. And as Danny knows, being somebody from California, Colorado is also a very competitive high school cross country and track space. So eighth and or sorry, 10th and fourth. Pretty freaking good.
Really freaking good. And just having that altitude experience because they're gonna need it, or it'll be
Yes.
helpful. They don't need it.
Yes.
Next up, we have Noah McMahon from Incline Village, Nevada. This is very
Whoop
close to
whoop.
MK, actually. Do you know
Yeah.
him?
No,
Oh, you should meet him sometime.
I should.
Now he goes to Gonzaga University though. And he was 11th. Oh no, sorry, first place in the 11K at this year's Broken Arrow Sky Race, which that's awesome.
Sick.
And he was a two-time Nevada 2A cross country state champion and an eight-time Nevada 2A track state champion. You should see if he has a coach. He sounds right up your alley. Close
Well,
by.
yeah, I imagine his Gonzaga coach wouldn't be stoked
Oh,
on
oh yeah.
that.
My brain just already jumping.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
okay. Maybe in like 3 years, Noah.
3 years, yeah.
And then our final member of the men's team is Zeke Wilcox from Salida, Colorado. Goes to Salida High School. He was on the U18 USA team for the International Mountain Running Cup in 2024. He was 20th place. That team won a gold medal, so he was on that team. His 5K PR is 15:52, 1600 at 4:26, and he was seventh at the National High School Trail Championships in 2022 and fifth in 2023. So he's got some experience on the trails. He's got some experience in a USA jersey, and he's ready to go. And these athletes will be running a course that is 7.5K with a little less than 1,400 feet of vert. So it'll be very fast and I'm sure pretty technical with like a race that short.
Yeah, it's a great experience for them to like dip their toes even further into trails. It's really cool. I mean, it's been happening for years, but like Grayson being the most popular athlete to do that track to trail to road crossover, it's just really cool seeing athletes of this caliber on the U20 team.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
So
huge
congrats to
congrats.
those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, I'm so excited to watch them.
And okay, let's jump into the short trail team. We
Yep,
need like a
so
drum roll.
yeah. So as you guys know, it's been a long time coming. I mean, in the winter, I think we were announcing the selection races for all the USA teams. And then if you have listened to the podcast before, maybe you go into our backlog, like Broken Arrow is a big deal for us and in the United States, and that was the selection race this year. So as we announce the athletes and stuff, you'll see it's a combo of athletes who earned spots there, and then a remainder, and whoever didn't earn spots, those spots roll down to resume selections.
Yes, and before we get into this 2025 team, we're going to do a quick recap of the 2023 World Championships for short trail. 2023 World Championships happened in Innsbruck, Austria. It was a very different, but also kind of similar course to the one that we're coming up on here this year. It was about 28 miles with 11,000 feet of vert, but it was point to point, so it was net uphill, less downhill. And Danny and I were talking about that earlier because we think that the lack of downhill makes it a faster course than what the athletes in Confranc are going to be facing. Our top finisher on the women's side was Jennifer Lichter at fourth place, and on the men's side was Garrett Corcoran, who I believe was 14th. The women ended up earning a bronze medal. I have one right behind me if you're watching on the YouTube. It's right there. And the men, Danny, you said were seventh?
Yes. Oh, our sixth.
Sixth place. And so that was our 2023 showing. I'm sure we're gonna have an incredible showing here in 2025 as well, as you guys will see once we kind of go through these teams. But should we talk about the course first?
Yeah, this course looks super, super fun. As MK said, it has a lot of climbing, but it also has a lot of descending. And we've been kind of keeping an eye on athletes who are going and previewing and sharing on social media. And it looks like it has a little bit of everything, but like MK said, on kind of like the range of non-technical to technical, the needle is definitely leaning more towards technical. Like you have to be technically savvy, but there are some grass parts, some like more runnable trails. But it seems that every time you're kind of like cresting a peak or going downhill, it's quite rocky and
Bouldery in places
bouldery,
too.
not
Yeah.
very like intuitive footing. And as we were starting to do research on this course, we did find Grayson Murphy's win at this course on the 10 mile, which that would have been like, what is that, 18K roughly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Sorry about my translation to Ks. We'll just call it the 10-mile course. But her description, September 12th, 2021, which by the time this race happens would have been 4 years ago, which is crazy. But it says wholly technical, but what beautiful views. And I feel like that's the perfect description for this
Yes.
course.
I feel like that's basically what Francesco was saying on his,
Yeah,
like all of his stories that he posted last week as well. I mean, it does. It looks absolutely
stunning.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little bit of a breakdown of the course. So it is around 28 miles, 12,000 feet of gain. And the first climb right out the gates is 3.5 miles with 4,700 feet of gain. Grayson has run this as part of that 10-mile course, and it took her 61 minutes to get to the top of that first climb, but she was running almost a third of the distance. So people will likely be moving much slower on this part of the course, I imagine. But that's gnarly.
Is
Like,
that like the beginning of CCC?
I'd have to go back and look. I feel like
Okay.
CCC has a little bit more gain over more miles.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
a beefy start and like I don't know, as we'll like further describe, it'll be interesting to see who kind of like takes a shot and decides that's the place to make a move.
yeah, it's also like 1 million switchbacks.
Yes. So you can just what's the fun thing about switchbacks? Oh, not yet. That's at the end.
It looks pretty switchbacky at the front too.
Oh, I'm
I
looking
think
at.
both sides are,
Oh, I see it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad as the final descent, but it's still pretty switchbacky, which
Wow.
makes sense with that amount of gain over
Yeah, totally.
such
Oh,
a
I
short
see it now
period.
that I'm zooming into Grayson's.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of fun. You could see everybody in a big old train ahead of you. the entire time.
The whole minimum of an hour probably that it's going to take the women to get to the top.
But stay on trail.
Yes.
And so
Um,
after that,
yeah, you go into it. You got it.
there's a very kind 5 miles with roughly 4,000 feet of descent. So just when you think it's getting good, it gets better. And yeah, so it's beefy, and it's hard to say because it probably would have been helpful to see Poopy Strava to see where the photos, like when you take a photo and post it, it like shows which part of
Yeah.
the trail. But if that's technical, holy cow, that'll be great on the live stream to just watch
Yeah.
people navigating that. And then that's not it, folks, because there's 4 climbs in this monster, beautiful monster of a course. Because then you go into a second climb, which is roughly 5 miles with 3,700 feet of gain. So this truly is short trail world
Yeah.
championship running.
I feel like we should call it Short Mountain. This is like
Short
such
mountain, yeah. Yeah.
so crazy. But so the first climb is by far like the biggest. But the second one is close. It's like, just 1,000 feet short. And then you descend, but not quite as much as you did the first time, only descending down to 5,000 feet instead of going all the way down to the almost valley floor of like 4,000 feet. And then there's another climb that takes you from 5,200 feet up to 73. So that's 2,000 feet over about 3 miles. One more descent of about 1,500 feet. One more ascent of like, we'll call it 1,100 feet. And then you have the never-ending switchbacks from mile 23 and a half all the way to mile 28. And you go from 6,600 feet down to 3,900. So not quite as steep as the first climbs, but I wish I could I should have like screen shared this because the amount of switchbacks on this final descent. And it will be interesting to see how this is handled because World Athletics has very clear rules about not cutting switchbacks, which is quite common in Europe. Whether or not people are following those rules will be interesting to see.
Yes. Yeah, I hope athletes are honest, and if they
Yeah,
make a mistake or an athlete sees another athlete making a mistake, like the one who makes the mistake owns up to it,
yeah,
because that's not cool. I mean,
it's not cool.
switchbacks are mind numbing, but y'all, it's the course, so you got to do it.
Yeah, this isn't sky running. You're not allowed to pick your own line. This is the World
Yes.
Championships.
World Championships. Yeah, looking at Poopy's photos, it seems like because Francesco Poopy, friend of the pod, went out and previewed the course, but he's doing the long trail, whereas we
Yeah.
are previewing the short trail. But their finish is similar. And yeah, those last switchbacks, he has like a little photo showing it, and it's a lot of just uh, kind of granite, like like those weird steps. I think it's the block water where they're like a little bit
Oh,
higher.
yeah.
Like you awkwardly have to step over it.
Those
It
are
looks
weird.
like those are in there. We have a lot of that in the Eastern Sierra, and there's some of that on Le Flagere, but this is pretty sharp. But yeah, needless to say, I think it's a good world championship course if you're gonna say world championship short trail. But as MK said, it definitely is more technical than Innsbruck, and from what I've heard, compared to Thailand, I would guess it's way less technical as well.
Yeah. So just a little stat on that final descent. It's like 3.3 miles with you lose 2,500 feet. And Camilla Magliano, who was eighth at OCC,
Seventh.
seventh at OCC, has the CR at 34:28. So that's like pretty fast for the look of the trail and all those switchbacks.
Yeah, that is pretty fast actually. Did she run that in the 42K? Does it say?
She ran it in a similar race. I think it was that the race that they did last year where they had the Masters Championships as well. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
yeah.
she won that.
Cool.
So there you go, folks. And I think that's really all we need to know about the course for now.
Yeah, for now, for sure. Um, The other thing is they are offering prize money, which is awesome. We love to see that. I've kind of seen it come in and out, so I won't say any numbers since I don't know that for sure. But with it being a World Championships, it is awesome that they're doing that. And I think that's it, right?
Oh, one more thing. We did find Thibaut Baronian ran this course in 2020 just to like kind of get an idea of what maybe times we're looking at for people. So Thibaut ran this race in 5:15 and Oyhana Cortazar won that same year in 6:37, although she did win by what was it, almost an hour?
Yeah.
So we're assuming that she, as well as the women who will be racing the short trail, will run significantly faster than 6:37. So let's say top guy runs 5:15. We're thinking top women might squeeze under 6 hours, based on the fact that there was a 34-minute difference between first male and female at 2023 World Champs. But we do think that with the technicality and the descending, there will be a little bit more of a gap.
Yes, yeah, I would definitely say so. And it looked like looking at Thibaut Baronian's Strava from when he ran that, it looks like it was pretty crisp, nice weather. So that'll be another factor come race week. If it's rainy at all, then those times will probably slow down a little bit.
Yeah, rainy, or last year it was snowy.
Or
So
snowy. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, they're not showing like alternative courses, so it'll be interesting to see like what their line is. My personal experience in Europe is their line is pretty high for when
yeah,
they will actually change a course. Usually it's like thunder and lightning, but everything else goes.
yeah. They're like, just slow down if you're worried.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, you do only get to like 8,000 feet, where like a lot of the races in the US that do course change, I feel like get a bit higher and it gets
Totally.
a little saucier.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Saucier. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go through this team. Let's start with the men's because we had all three men except their ticket. So,
Yeah, it's pretty insane, folks. All right, first we will go with the winner of the selection race. I think he should go first, and that is Mr. Eli Hemming. Did end up accepting his spot. He was one of the people that he was still indecisive during Broken Arrow week. And personally, I had a little bit of a front row seat to watching him and Tabor discuss whether or not he should take it. So really freaking cool. I mean, Eli Hemming from Kremlin, Colorado, runs for Adidas Terex. First and foremost, should highlight he did win OCC last year, was the first American to win OCC. At Broken Arrow, just a little over a month ago, was that less than a month ago, he did set a new course record in 350, which is just smoking fast because, as you guys have heard, MK and I say many times, we believe David Sinclair 4 hours last year was incredibly impressive. And Eli led a train of guys. And then he was also first at Big Alta 50K and then fourth at Black Canyon 100K earlier this year in his 100K debut. So great, great, great ad. The dude can do everything.
yes. Second place at Broken Arrow 46K, also taking his red, white, and blue ticket was David Sinclair from Montpelier, Vermont. He was also fifth at the ascent the day before, and I think that made him the first person out of the VK team, which was kind of a bummer. So it was cool to see him come back, get second place, snag that spot. He was also third at the Mount Washington Road Race the week before, about 20 seconds behind Alex Ricard, who won, and Joe Gray, who was second but has won that race many, many times. And he won the Ascutney Mountain Race on June 7th. He hasn't raced a ton of other longer trail races this year because he was focusing on Schemo qualifications. But not at all surprising to see those two guys up on that team.
Yeah, what a freaking duo. Like, I mean, if we just had them lining up, I'm sure the other countries are like, dang it, but we don't. The team is deep.
Yes.
So next up, we have Ryan Becker of Boulder, Colorado, who was third at Broken Arrow, and ninth at the Ascent. Was that this year?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great double too. Second at Lake Sonoma Marathon, which watching him in person, the dude has freaking wheels. He was second to Dan Jones. And then he was fifth at Big Alta 50K. So clean sweep of the selection race athletes all taking their spot, which is awesome because we truly believe Broken Arrow was a great selection race for this team.
Absolutely. And so, as we've talked about before on the podcast, the way that the selection worked this year was Broken Arrow, top three spots, automatic qualified. If all three took it, great. Like they take the spots, and then we choose three resume spots. So, on the men's side, since all three of them took it, there are three resume selections because we take six to the US Championship or the World Championships. So first person on this list that we want to talk about is Noah Williams because he was at the selection race and ended up fourth place. He ran an incredible race and just kind of like hung in there all day. He is from Leadville, Colorado. He was 10th sorry, this year at Broken Arrow, he was fourth. He was 10th at the 2023 Pikes Peak Ascent. He ran 2:15 at Sears and All, which is pretty fast. And yeah, so this year, I would say this year at Broken Arrow, like that performance was probably one of his better performances for me. And then the week later, he was third at the Lavaredo 80K, which I think is like a pretty good actual like I mean, that's an insane double anyways, but Lavaredo is a little bit more technical than Broken Arrow, and it's a longer race. The World Championships in Spain will be longer than Broken Arrow. So I think that those two together, really good combination.
Just like even if he didn't make the team, that's an insane double.
Yeah.
It's very like a liken to Eli Hemming's Broken Arrow Mont Blanc marathon of
Yeah.
like running Broken Arrow and then skidooting to skidooting, I don't know what I
I
said.
like that.
Skedaddling, skidooting to Europe to like
Yeah.
Lavaredo or Mont Blanc marathon. So I saw that 80K podiuming there was very, very impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited and stoked that Noah Williams was selected. Next up, we have Seth Ruling of the Boulder Boys, Boulder, Colorado, representing North Face. He was sixth at CCC in 2023. He won JFK in 2023 as
4.
well. Uh, Last year was David
Oh,
Sinclair.
2023. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in 2024, he won the Canyons 50K. And he also won or was first at Black Canyon 100K, both in new course records, which is incredible. And then he recently ran a sixth place finish in his debut Western States 100. So, yeah, great ad. I feel like he's like kind of branded by the media as like 100K, but Seth is just fast.
Yeah, he made the team in Thailand, the long trail team, because they used the Broken Arrow 46K that year to qualify and ended up getting hurt. Oh, wait, no, not Thailand. He made the long trail team for Austria at Lake Sonoma, I think. It's one of the two. But either way, I think both of those selection races, the Broken Arrow 46K or Lake Sonoma, honestly translates better to short trail. So it's cool to see him on this team.
Yeah, definitely. I think that he's like a person who could have made the long team or the short team.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm gonna assume he's not running anything at UTMB since he just ran his debut 100, but I don't know. Maybe he is. Um, but either way, I think, yeah, it's a great team for him. I'm so curious now. It doesn't look, you're thinking Ta Innsbruck, he made that team.
Can't remember if it was Innsbruck or Thailand, but he made one of the teams and was unable to go because of injury. I think it
Okay.
was Innsbruck, now that I think about it.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
final resume selection on the men's side, Michelino Sinceri from Driggs, Idaho, who actually I think just moved to Utah even. But so he's in there with the Salt Lake boys. You know, we got Boulder boys versus Salt Lake boys now. So he was the winner of Broken Arrow in 2023. He was second at Run the Rut VK in 2023, first at Run the Rut VK in 2023. He was first as well as got the CR at Run the Rut last year. He took that CR from David Sinclair, who was also on the team. And he was third place at the UTCT sorry, Ultra Trail Cape Town. I shouldn't shorten things. 100K this last November, and UTCT is really technical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's super,
Yeah.
super technical. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I would definitely say like Michelino is like the technical guy on this team because he's
yeah.
like very much like a
Michelino
scrambler.
and Noah.
Yeah, but I mean David as well. And Eli and Seth, I'm sure also. I mean, they do technical, but when I think of like a who's out like scrambling for hours, I'm like thinking
Yep.
of Michelino or yeah,
Yeah.
no. And also I just wanted to make sure we clarify this to not like if hurt someone's feelings who maybe was on the team or not. So Seth for the 2023, he didn't go because he was sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Uh,
was Austria.
Thailand. Oh my gosh.
No, 2023 is Austria.
23. Yes, yes, sorry. Oh my gosh.
That's
Dude,
all right.
that's why there's two of us, you guys,
Yeah.
because
One
our brains.
brain,
Yeah.
two people.
But yeah, yes, exactly. But oh my gosh, this men's team is just rolling so deep. And it's just such a good, I think it's very well balanced. Like each person brings like a different specialty to the table. But everyone has international experience as well, which I think is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna have a great time out there. I'm stoked to see how they do. And then on the women's side, we have like a completely different story where all of the men from Broken Arrow took their tickets. Only one person from Broken Arrow took their ticket out of the top three because Danny Moreno is not doing it.
No.
Jennifer Lichter is on the long trail team and she is sticking to it despite my slight attempt the day after the race to convince her
Convince
to
her.
do short trail. I was like, dude, you were fourth place. Like, go for the
Yeah.
win. But she's going to do long trail, totally fine. But our second place finisher at Broken Arrow, 46K this year, Helen Mino Faulkner, the lone red, white, and blue ticket holder slash taker, which is surprising because Helen loves to turn down tickets, as we
I
know.
know. It is pretty funny. Well, as you guys know, she recently was second at Broken Arrow, also breaking the previous course record. She won Speed Goat in 2020. It says 20,
Three.
yeah, 23.
Yeah.
And she was third at CCC in 23 as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, she has wins at Desert Rats 50K and Kodiak 50K, which were both last year. Correct.
Yeah.
And then Tarawera, she was fourth earlier this year, where she also turned down a golden ticket.
Yeah. So it's great to see we have at least one auto selection from the women's side, but that means that the other five women were resume selections. So let's go down the list in order here because a lot of the women were chosen from Broken Arrow, mostly because it was incredibly deep. And, I think between Jen and the final, person on this resume list, there was only like 13, 14 minutes. So, let's start with Jane Mouse, who was the fourth female at Broken Arrow since our first place and third place women did not take those tickets. GoPro Mountain Games the weekend before she ran the 20K and was first place. This year at the Lake Sonoma 50 miler, she was second place to Tara Dower. Uh, Cirque Series A Basin, she was first female last year. She just won another Cirque Series race at Snowbird this last weekend. She won the Silverton Alpine Trail Marathon in 2024 and was second place at the McDowell Mountain 50K in 2023.
And yeah, no, just super, super excited to have Jane on this team. Again, I think rewarding those athletes that showed up to the selection race, and especially when they are so close to getting on the team. Jane just ran an incredibly smart race that day. If you guys haven't listened to our episode with Rick Floyd, her coach, he talks a little bit about her racing style as well. And as you can see, she does everything. She does 50 milers, she does Zerk series. So I think having that adaptability will be incredible for the course.
Absolutely. Next up on the list, we have our fifth place woman from Broken Arrow in her debut ultra, Grayson Murphy from Bozeman, Montana. Grayson is the world mountain running champion from 2023. She won the classic distance and was third in the VK. She was third at Golden Trail World Series China last year. And um, yeah, I thought she ran. I don't think she felt like she had the day she wanted to at Broken Arrow, but she still ended up fifth place. She still ended up having a great day, and she's still on this team.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had heard through the grapevine, which I think is fine to say at this point, that she was aiming for the short trail team. And she got it, which is super, super freaking cool. And having had watched her send that downhill on the first lap, like Grayson truly, in my opinion, is one of the great American downhill runners. And so she has, some crowns and has already seen what this terrain looks like. I think she has a huge advantage compared to many, many athletes to know what type of terrain she'll have to train on to like get herself ready for the race, which is super cool. But speaking of which, since Grayson Murphy, our previous world running mountain running champ, has earned and agreed to a spot on the short trail team, what does that mean for our classic team, MK?
That means we need to replace Grayson. Our world champion is not coming
What?
back. But we
No.
have that information for you guys too. So we're going to take a quick break from Short Trail to let you guys know that Courtney Coppinger from Golden, Colorado is taking Grayson's place on this team. She was first person out at the Sunapee Scramble. She was a minute and 24 seconds back of Allie Mack. But she showed up, she made it to the race, and now she's getting her spot because Grayson took the short trail team.
Yeah, so huge, huge, huge congrats to Courtney. She had an incredible day at Sunapee, and if you guys haven't watched that live stream already, definitely go back and watch it. We had a ton of fun commentating, but that women's both races were just insane. I mean, both, even on the men's side, the fifth, sixth, and seventh were all close as well. And yeah, just having had raced against her at GoPro, and realizing Grayson wanted a short trail, and my brain just starting to chessboard it all. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy, depending on how Broken Arrow goes. So yeah, huge, huge, huge congrats to Courtney. But next up,
Back
we'll
to the short trail.
wiki, rewind back to the short trail, as we have a couple more women to announce. So as we mentioned, it's gonna seem like a lot more newer names because of the resume spots. But next up, we have Ruby Lindquist of Truckee, California. She runs for North Face in 2023. She was the USATF Breakneck Trail Marathon fifth place finisher. She was also second place at the Tromsø Sky Race 28K in 2023, which I'll need to check if that was the race that Ingvild Caspersen won. If so, that was a crazy race, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. I'll need to check that. And then she was fourth at the Orizaba Sky Race in 2024, fifth place at the Minotaur Sky Race in 2024, sixth at Speed Goat 50K in 2024. So as you can see, she's done a lot of freaking sky races. And not to mention, she was also sixth place at Broken Arrow 46K, also under that 5 hour mark, which was very impressive.
Yes, and as Danny mentioned at the top of her results there, she was fifth at the USATF Breakneck Trail Marathon in 2023, which means she did try to make this team already once in 2023 and just barely missed it. So it's cool to see her on this team in 2025.
Yeah, we love having people on the team who want to be on the team. Those
Yeah.
those those make the best teams when people like appreciate and are excited about it.
Rounding out our final two women here, we've got Tabor Hemming from Kremling, Colorado, runs for Adidas Terrex. She was at the race at Broken Arrow, but did not have the day that I think, any of us expected her to have. But she has been first at the Big Alta 50K this year, second at the Canyons 50K this year. She was fifth at Mammoth Trail Fest Golden Trail last year in the 23K. She was third at the Canyons 50K the year before, or in 2024 as well. Third at the Kodiak 50K in 2023, 10th at the Mont Blanc Marathon in 2023. I mean, she's got tons of mountain experience at this point. So it's great to see Tabor on this team.
Yeah, no, definitely. Tabor is an incredible climber, and she did win the classic championship. I believe it was Loon Mountain in
Yeah.
2022. Um, so yeah, I mean, she is an incredible climber and had a yeah. Well, you said it all. I'm really excited Tabor's on this team because it's cool to have both her and Eli and them both wanting to be on the team.
Yeah, because that year that she won in 2022, she made the team, and Eli made the team that year as well, but they both turned it down.
I think, yeah, maybe that was the year that they did Golden
They did a lot of
Trail.
Golden Trail. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would have been Madeira.
Hmm.
Oh, and that was rough. That was a
Yeah.
rough stage race for many Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good to see both of them taking these spots.
Yes, no, definitely. Very, very excited. And last but not least, to round out our two short trail teams, Miss Lindsay Allison from Telluride, Colorado, also resume selection. She was your USATF 50K champion last year at Headlands 50K. She was first at the Lake Sonoma Marathon this year, second at Big Alta 50K behind Tabor. And she also was first place at the Lake Sonoma 50 mile last year. Also had kind of a rougher day at Broken Arrow 46K, but she was fourth last year as well in that. And so, yeah. Oh, I already said that she was a 50K champion. So, yeah, kind of in the same boat as Tabor. Like, we know what they're capable of. So, while they didn't have the day that they wanted, they still made an effort by showing up to Broken Arrow, which I think says a lot. And the resume takes care of the rest, which is really cool.
Yeah. So congratulations to all those people who got resume selections this year. Congrats to our people who took the red, white, and blue tickets. We're sending an incredible team on both the long trail and the short trail and the two mountain teams as well. I'm
And the
like,
U20 team, U20 is
yeah,
stacked.
we have all of our teams now.
We do. I'm very, very excited. I'm feel very, very confident that both of the men's and the women's short trail team can medal. So that'd be very exciting to see.
Yeah, maybe even bring home some gold.
Yeah, don't want to put too much pressure on them.
And just don't listen to this part.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this announcement of the USA team for short trail. Don't forget that this happens in September in Canfranc, Spain. And it's going to be a wild ride out there. We've got no clue what the weather's going to be like. We have some idea of how technical the course is going to be. Those climbs are crazy. The descents look insane. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, go Team USA. I'm excited to follow along.
Yes,
Uh,
and this has been the Sub Hub podcast. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.